I'm Tony Reynolds. We're in the East Midlands. We farm in South Lincolnshire and we practice conservation agriculture, which means in essence that we farm without moving the soil. We started this some 15 years ago and consider it is the best way forward actually for agriculture. Year one, the results are you imagine you should have been doing it all your life. Year two, the yields go off a little, or can, and you begin to wonder, but the savings are instant, so they continue from the first year. Year three is the point of decision, or can be, on high clay content soils. The higher the clay content, the longer it takes to get used to the system. Given that, by year four, things are recovering. 5, as the soil chemistry and the invertebrates, worms in particular, grow, multiply, and the fertility returns really to the soil, until now, as you see as we've been around the farm today, the soil's in wonderful nick and the crops are growing very well. We save about £100 an acre in establishment and fertiliser from year one. Our average prior to going CA is about between 92 and 96 litres per hectare for all operations on the farm, and we currently run between 41 and 43 litres per hectare. Now, whilst diesel has come down, so has the cost of, or so has the price of our commodities. So in relation, it is in fact a 50% decrease in the use of energy. The saving goes on every year. The yields can decline. I wouldn't say do, because on some soils they don't at all. The quality of the soil has improved enormously, and as a farmer our biggest asset is the soil, and so we're adding value to that all the time. We're also lowering the cost of production, and we are now, after about year 7, year 8, we are yielding more than we were before we started. So our yields, cost way down and yields way up. It really is a win-win situation. Prefer always to leave the straw. We don't sell straw off the farm, much too valuable an input actually. And we need about 100 acres worth of straw for the cattle for the winter, and so with that we just pick out. Most of the zero-till, no-till CA drilling machines are designed for dry climates, and it has always been a problem since we began in finding drills that we can operate in wet soils. Now, thankfully, a number of new developments have gone on in the last 3 or 4 years really, from mice appearing in fields. Some bizarre things happen too, and suddenly we find foxes, which we didn't like to see, but we now find they're eating the mice. We have on woodland edges small trees growing, sycamore in particular, that grow, which without any cultivation, of course, there's nothing to stop them, so we have to go and dig them up. Every year there are some, a problem arises which is unique. I'm quite prepared to show and do to everybody where we've got to. We find more and more farmers adopting CA in the UK, hence the UK CA UK. A massive increase and a huge movement towards conservation agriculture, driven sadly in a big part by wheat at £100 a tonne. You can't spend a lot of money on diesel and ploughing and recreational cultivations any longer. You've got to be a lot more specific. CA goes a long way towards solving this problem.